I'm Dave Strohmaier. I serve on the Missoula City Council, and come January 2013, I intend to be your next representative in the U.S. House of Representatives. In the early morning hours of April 13, 2010, just a little over 2 years ago, after the longest public hearing in memory for the Missoula City Council, we passed an ordinance that I co-sponsored, which ensured that nobody in our community would be discriminated against on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. We might have been the first community in the state of Montana to do that. We're unfortunately still the only, but we will not be the last. I bring this up today because I believe there is a direct connection between fighting back this assault on women in this country and our broader concern for protecting and championing, being a champion of civil and human rights. Now, in the run-up to that public hearing, we received all manner of pushback and opposition. Some people came up to me and said, "You know what? Why now? Why now?" Well, tell that to the son of a friend of mine who was brutally assaulted on the Higgins Street Bridge in Missoula because someone thought that he was gay. There is discrimination in our midst. It is alive and real. The time is now. Why not now? Some folks came up to me and said, "Don't you have better things to work on?" My response today, as it was then 2 years ago, is absolutely not. There is no more sacred and important role of an elected official, indeed all of us here as citizens of this nation, than protecting the civil and human rights of our brothers and sisters across this land. Some folks said, "This is a state issue. You shouldn't be tackling this at the local level." And in fact, I had to come clear over here to the Capitol in Helena to fight against a legislator out of Havre, Montana, who had the audacity to say, "Missoula, Montana, you can't have an ordinance like this." We dodged that bullet, but we need to keep the fight on, because absolutely this is an issue that needs to be addressed at all levels of government. Locally, at the state level, and nationally. On the evening of that public hearing, about 1 a.m., I made these remarks. When it comes to a critical issue such as fairness, equality, and dignity, it's incumbent upon self-governing municipalities to show leadership and, if need be, act unilaterally. I think the same principles apply to women's rights here today. Now is the time. There is no more important issue during this time that we should be addressing, and we need to fight back at all levels of government, be it locally, at the state level, and nationally. In every generation, there comes a moment to seize. A moment to restore a sense of the common good, of common sense, of commonality, and of equal justice under the law. This, my friends, is that moment. It doesn't make any difference whether you live east or west of the Continental Divide, whether you live in the city or the country, whether you're rich or poor, young or old, gay or straight, male or female. We are one Montana. We're one Montana that is part of one United States of America, bound together with a common goal to fix Congress, create a government that once again works for us, and ensure that every member of this country has equal justice under the law. Only together can we accomplish that, and I ask you to join me. Thank you for coming out.